I'll call the meeting to order at 9:38. Present are
Yep.
Bill McGowan, Wayne Sawchuk, Dan Coughlin, and Carol Rowe. So our first order of business is 62 Black Rock. I think they're adding a bathroom.
The next meeting.
Yeah, I know.
If
No,
you,
I got that. I saw
okay.
your email. I suppose we can put it to the following week. So
I mean, unless we have, you can have Lisa do it, but it's the only other thing I can think of.
no, I mean we can put it to the next week, the 11th.
Okay. So the 11th?
Yeah.
Okay. 9:30. Sounds good.
So Black Rock
Sorry.
is what? They're adding something?
Nope. We're good.
I had 62 Black Rock on my agenda.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that 62 Black Rock was they're adding a bath over their garage.
Yep.
So as of right now, they're not changing any bedrooms or anything like that. So I haven't received an application or anything and wasn't sure if I needed to.
Well, we probably should. I mean, they're going to add a bathroom.
Okay.
I mean, we wouldn't charge them a full EDU, certainly.
Right. Okay.
You might want to check and check the address because I think there are two services going there, one for the house and one for what's a garage. And I'm thinking that that's the red garage that you see from Border Street when you look across. So it may be, it would be maybe a new installation, but it would only be for a quarter of an EDU.
Okay.
I think I'm just surmising this. So just to get the addresses right, because they're getting confusing down there because they're trying to put in more lots and stuff, and the numbers aren't necessarily lining up. The house numbers.
Okay. All right. I'll double check on that with John Helen.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right. We have 66 Summer.
Yep. 66 Summer. What did I say that was? They're adding an addition to the garage, but they're doing it in 2 stages. Right now, all they're doing is they're doing demo, and they wanted to they're enclosing the garage. So there isn't anything that I need right now. Once they do the demo and then they want to disconnect the sewer, then I'll get the application for the disconnect. But there isn't anything else with that one right now. The other ones that I have gotten were 724 Jerusalem, and they're just moving the grinder pump. So they needed a disconnection. So I got the application for that and the fee. And then 725, they are disconnecting. They're going to demo the house and they're going to rebuild. So as of right now, I have the application for the demo, and I did receive the $500.
Okay. I got 2 that I'd like you to check with Sean Hanlon on. They're both on North Main. One is 164 North Main. They're building a garage, but I went by it today on the way to the office, and there were dormers in it on the top. Okay. So that tells me bedrooms, and potentially. And the other one is across the street from 79 North Main. There's no address on it, but it was a tear down. It was a home and a garage. It overlooks a little harbor. They have a DEP permit, but I don't know what they had and what they want to build. So he may not even have plans on that one yet, but they tore the house down about 2 months ago.
Sounds good. I will take I'll take a look at them on Permitize, and then I'll contact John.
Very good. All right.
So those are the only updates that I had. And if I get more updates, I will update that spreadsheet for you and send it out.
Okay. So we also on the agenda, we had 66 Summer.
Yeah, that one I told you, they're just encasing the doorway to the garage right now. They want to Yeah, so they're gonna do it in 2 stages. Once they get to the second stage, then I'll get the application.
Okay. And then we've got 46 border.
Yep, I'm gonna put those guys in right now. I sent you the revised plans that they sent to Dan. I forwarded those to you guys this morning.
Okay, well, I haven't looked at them yet, but
yeah, I received them last night. There's still a couple of elevation issues. And I sent them an email or a message last night to see if they could resolve that. But right now, the septic tank invert out is equal to the one of the manholes in downstream. So obviously there's no slope on the pipe, and there's also an elevation mission. But they seem to be a lot better at this point. So I don't see much more being needed after this, just to confirm the elevations and the slopes. I know
I'm trying to put Lewis in, but he's not. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I can see somebody on. I don't know who it is.
He declined to go into the call. I don't know why.
No, I just texted him.
Oh,
he should be responding to this more than myself. Hang on 1 second. Sorry.
that's okay. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. So yeah, there's still some discrepancies with the elevations, like Daniel has pointed out. That should be taken care of with some clarification questions with the civil engineer. I believe the rest of the comments that Daniel provided us with have been addressed. We provided the calculations for the proposed grease trap and a detailed drawing of the proposed grease trap. Aside from the inverts, Daniel, is there anything else you think we should be addressing?
Well, that's all I noticed right now, but like I indicated in my message, I'll take a hard look at it to see if there's anything else. But obviously, we need to know what the slopes and the elevations are to make sure everything is working. And
okay.
I noticed you did have an invert on the sewer manhole in the street. Is that from survey?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, just wanted to confirm that and what datum the civil engineer is using on the plans.
Yeah. The datum?
Yeah, just because our as-built are on, I believe it's on 29, and more than likely yours would be a little different. But I just wanted to confirm I didn't see any noted indication of the vertical elevation datum.
Yeah, I think they collected 8.5 or 8.2 as a datum. So like ground elevation, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about this, state plane coordinate system, or the vertical datum.
I would have to ask him that. I'm not sure why.
He'll know. We just need to provide that just to confirm.
Okay, I will get that for you.
And I just had a question. I apologize. I haven't seen the plans yet or reviewed them, but just knowing the site, I think it'd be good to walk the site. There were 2 chambers in front of Atlantica that were likely part of, they're decades old, and they were likely part of the original septic system, but they were just loose brick. I just want to make sure that those are being abandoned, and it's all new facilities out to the connection in the street. Just because they're not watertight, they're subject to infiltration, which is a big problem in the sewer system. So I just wanted to put that out there. And if you'd like to walk the site, whether with Dan or myself, I think it'd be worthwhile to make sure that things are correct.
Yeah, just to talk on that, the only thing on the plan right now, Brian, is just the old septic or grease trap. There was no other structure being indicated. Are you talking to one that's kind of to the east more? Southeast?
So I remember when we did Border Street and we put watertight manholes, and this was obviously on the private property, and there was a discussion, and we couldn't do work on the private property, and there were 2 manhole covers in the driveway.
Yeah.
They looked like they were connected in series. One was probably the grease trap, and one was, I don't know, maybe an old cesspool or something that was connected to the sewer beyond that. But they were both in terrible condition. I think they had, you know, lifting holes in the manhole covers. So if that had ever flooded, it would be a big source of inflow and infiltration. So I just want to make sure that was all just getting demoed and whatever, make sure you have the right pitch to the street, or, you know, grease trap, and then pitch to the street, and
Right.
eliminate all that old crappy stuff.
Right.
No pun intended.
I believe he's referring to the existing grease trap manhole covers, and those will be removed. The grease trap will be filled with sand and then in place. Yeah, the bottom of it will be ruptured, and decontamination will take place before it's filled with sand.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Board of Health has a decommissioning write-up. They should probably just take a peek at.
Okay.
And just one other question. So is this sewer, one sewer pipe, the singular sewer to support the entire development after phase 1, 2, 3? It's all coming through the pipe that we're talking about today.
Yeah, there's actually 3 pipes, Brian, on the plans. They are maintaining outdoor or exterior grease trap tank. So some of the kitchen flows or high grease flows are going to that. Then there's another waste line from the kitchen area for wash sinks, I believe, or you know, some other sinks in the development or in the build out, and that's coming in and tying into the discharge line of the grease trap. And then there's a third sanitary line that exists on the east side of the building that's coming out and will go to the manhole. They all go to a manhole on the property before it goes to the street. So
Okay.
we do have a single sampling point.
Great. Thanks.
Anything else we needed to talk about?
That was it, as far as I know.
So Daniel, after we provided you with the elevations as you have requested, along with the datum information from the civil, do you think we should be good to go with conditional approval for?
Well, I mean, what we would typically do is if everything looks good on the plans, we'll do a design review letter, submit it to this sewer commission, and they will basically vote to approve the application.
Okay.
I'm not, you know, I don't believe they've taken a look at the plans at this point in time, and we haven't written such a letter because we still need information on the plans. So I don't know what your schedule is, but I mean, I would suspect that if you submit the plan soon, they'd be able to take it up at their next meeting on October 11th.
Okay.
If you need something before that stage, now's the time to ask for it, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else on this? No? Okay. Couple of other things. Dan, Paul is going to call you about what is needed for CJC closeout.
Okay.
And he thinks that we should have a copy of the as-built drawings, but I'm not sure if we do.
I believe we do have them obviously for the street work.
Yeah.
And I'd have to double check because they were making some revisions on the last set of plans. I don't know if those are fully up to date. I can go back and check.
Yeah, he evidently ran into Mr. Stasko last week. So
yeah, the only issue I saw the signed amendment, and that was like an early version. And
yeah.
I'm not sure if that's in the process of getting re-executed because it did not have the flow monitoring provisions that myself and Greg had put into the revised agreement. I don't know if we've gotten any feedback from Stasko or his attorney, Delisi.
No, I don't remember anything.
But for some reason, the old version got executed, and you know,
Didn't he say like right before he started that he wasn't going to do what we asked him to do, and then he was going to put something else in there?
I have no knowledge of that.
We had some provision in and I can't remember what it was. I bet you Paul knows, but there's some provision in the agreement that he was going to do monitoring in a certain way, and he was going to buy actual electronic monitors, and he's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, that was a little different. Yeah, that was his flow meters on the peak flow. So, what happened is basically the leasing had drafted up this amendment, which didn't have any safeguard provisions in it. It's basically just amended the agreement to get rid of the peak flow provision. And unfortunately, that's the one that seems to have gotten executed, not the revision that Corbo and I had worked on for him to provide flow monitoring information. And we actually incorporated some monitoring reports, forms for them to fill out and submit. And to my knowledge, they haven't submitted any of those because maybe, that agreement didn't, or that amendment didn't get executed. But I don't know if we sent him the mocked up version and he sent back his own signed and it just made its way through the signing process. I'm not sure, but
we would need a physical signature. I wouldn't take a signature that came via email. So he'd have to physically come in.
Yeah, my point is maybe he looked at the other amendment and just decided to send in the one that he had originally.
Yeah, no, I think what we should do is, Dan, if you will send the corrected amendment to Carol, have her, and
he did.
Can circulate
he did.
to us, and then we'll go in and sign it and just say he's got to sign it.
Okay.
We'll send it to Delisi and say he's got to sign this one.
Yeah, Carol, you should have that, right?
Yep, I have it.
Okay. All right. Well, then let us know when we can come in and sign it, Carol, and then I would send a copy to Delisi and ask him to execute it with Mr. Stasko and get it back to you.
Yeah, obviously, you should get that and get some of the monthly monitoring reports, before we have a closeout.
Yeah. But Paul wants to go over all that stuff with you later. He's going to call you at some point.
Sure. No problem.
So do you want me to wait until they're?
Well, let's wait till after Dan talks to Paul, and then we do it. I mean, but certainly tomorrow we should do this.
Okay.
Right. The last thing I have is that I have a call this afternoon with our attorney with regards to the membranes, and I'm not going to talk about anything right now, but the board, once we have this meeting, this session, probably want to schedule an executive session to talk about the potential settlement and at least get the board's feedback on that.
Mm-hmm.
That will come.
All right.
All right. I don't have anything else. Wayne, do you have
a couple of quick things, Bill, just update. So Elm Street and Margin Street and a piece of Atlantic are going to be, the paving operations for that's going to start next Monday the 25th or the 26th, weather dependent. We have purchased, and this is going to be on the sewer I&I budget, 11 watertight manholes, the same version of what we put on Border Street. And TL Edwards is going to install that. We have a price on that. So again, that's all going to be I&I budget work. So Margin Street will have watertight covers. And we are also replacing, I don't know if you remember, Scott had mentioned there's an air valve right in front of the driveway to the plant. That's it's like a ridiculously big cover, super heavy. So we're changing that to a standard 24-inch framing cover. The structure underneath will support that. Okay. Anyway, I'm just notifying. So, and Scott and everyone knows that this work is going on. If there's anything else, it's got to be done in the next few weeks. And just giving you guys an update because those bills will be coming through for the manholes and stuff.
Brian, you may want to check with Scott on one manhole. It was the one that's kind of low and always getting flooded on margin. Right at that low spot. And from what I remember is I thought he mentioned he saw some II going into that manhole. And that'd be one that I think we'd probably want to address before you pay, if there is something there.
Yeah, that's so you mean on like the chimney and coming in below the manhole?
Yeah, it might have been on the chimney, but there might have also been a seam or an old pipe at a lower level.
Yeah, I think it might be the one at the Yacht Club Street. Is it Howard Gleason?
Yeah, no,
Howard Gleason at Margin. That's kind of like the low point.
Yeah, this one was closer to Stockbridge.
Okay.
The first Stockbridge.
yeah. No. So they'll all, they're all going to come in. They'll take out the first, couple of course of brick, and
Yeah.
then they're going to, you know, raise it to whatever finished grade is and bolt them down to the structure. And I imagine if there's any kind of chimney work below that elevation, could always bring in, I have a Shot Creek guy that's done seawall stuff. I mean, you know, we could do those chimneys after the fact if it was an I&I issue, not on the frame and cover structure.
Yeah. I mean,
when exactly are you going to be doing the paving? Any idea exactly?
Yeah, so they'll come in, it'll be the milling crew probably for a day or two, and then that'll be followed by a level course. So I imagine that process with the mill and level course will be a week or thereabouts, and then they're going to come in and do the curbing on both sides of Elm Street, raise and reset. So that's a lot of linear footage. So I imagine that'll be a week or two. So the entire process, I'd say, would be about 3 weeks.
And when does it start, Brian?
Monday, this coming Monday.
Oh, wow, okay.
But all those covers we discussed are included in the work. So that when we're all said and done, you know, when margin floods again, we should be watertight on.
And is there going to be a police officer and all that down there?
Yeah, there'll be details, and police and fire are involved in it, and they may even relocate temporarily.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about access to the yacht club. That's all. How we get down.
Oh there. Yeah, so there'll be a lane in each direction. The milling machine, and you know, when they're paving, it'll just be one side of the road or the other. So there'll be two-way alternating traffic.
Okay, all right. I'll let them know.
All right, I got to jump to another meeting.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Does anyone have anything else?
Nope.
I don't.
No. All right. Well, I will make a motion to adjourn,
Second,
and I'll do a roll call. Bill McGowan, aye.
Wayne Sawchuck, aye.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you very much.